Ladies and gentlemen, there is a genocide going on in Gaza. And for those who are well informed, you know how the state of Israel was created in 1948 by the Great Britain. And we all know if you search, if you Google, you have check all engine of research, you will notice, you will learn that before that area belonged to Palestinians. And the Great Britain in 1948 created a state called what is now called Israel, and it was validated by the United Nations. So that is a very recent state created. And the creation of that state has always been controversial from the beginning. Should someone push other people from their land to create another state? That's the question nobody is able to answer at this time. Or they know the answer, but they don't want to answer that question. That question. So since then, Israeli, those two states are now they are fighting, killing each other, and there is an apartheid created in Gaza. Basically, those people living in Gaza they have no right, they have limitation, they cannot do anything in their own land. It is well known, well documented. Too much injustice going on in their own area, and what is really disturbing me is that the United Nations is purposely silent, which clearly means that the United Nations is powerless and is useless. I really mean it. If the United Nations cannot solve an international problem, then we need to put an end to that organization. People are lying, people are dying. There is a serious genocide going on in the Gaza territory. And I'm a peacemaker. I will never support any individuals or a group of individuals killing each other. When you start killing people, you don't have my support. So I'm not supporting Hamas. I'm not supporting what Israel is doing. And we all know that what is called Hamas was created by those who are today describing or qualifying them as terrorist group. If you created a terrorist group, why are you complaining today? Because you created it to solve your problem. We all know. So the most recent conflict started, what is happening now started when Hamas went in Israel and launched an attack and took many people hostage. And since then, they are really fighting. Uh, Israel could have targeted only those people from Hamas and save civilians. But that's not the case. Israel is killing a lot of civilians, bombarding, destroying Gaza. At a certain point, it looks like a kind of retaliation. And we all know that that's overpower. Using too much power to solve a problem is not the solution. So many people are dying under the watch of the international community. We all agree that people are dying on both sides. But does that mean that we should not stop that war and find a peaceful solution? What is preventing the United Nations to impose a permanent ceasefire to find a peaceful solution to that war? Those countries from NATO are sponsoring that war in Gaza. They send a lot of weapons to support Israel in what is being done. Why should you send too much weapons in such an area, knowing that it could lead to something that we cannot control? Are you sure that we can solve the problem with all those weapons you send there? Those weapons are being used to commit genocide. And any country who is sponsoring the genocide one day will be judged, no matter what. It will take time, but the history will teach us those people who are committing genocide in Palestine. I'm not for Palestine. I'm not for Israel. I want peace. I need peace in that area. And why are those people who are consider themselves as the leader of democracy, the leader of peace, they are refusing the two-state solution? At a certain point, it was said that to have a permanent solution, the land is going to be divided into two, one portion for Palestinian and another portion for Israeli. Why they are opposing that solution? Because it is an opportunity for them to sell weapons, to keep selling weapons to build their economy, to balance their economy. The NATO countries are indicating they are all involved in that war, that nasty war. They are openly involved. And anyone who is trying to talk about the peaceful solution or to say you are not supposed to kill too much people there, you become an enemy. You become an enemy because they want the truth to come from them. But the truth is that Israel is not supposed to do what is being done at this point. Israel is overusing its power, going even in some neighbor countries to kill people in the name of that war. That's nonsense. I don't support war. We need to stop that war now, that genocide. The blood of Palestinian and the blood of Israelian are the same. They both have red blood in their vein. What is the problem? Do you know that if such a problem continues, it can lead to a third world war? Do you think that those Arab people are still going to continue to see their people die without taking any action? I really doubt. Israel is using too much power to solve the problem, bombarding the whole territory. But I'm suspecting that it will not be the answer. That will not solve the problem. If you notice now, those living in that area of Israel are now in a very serious danger, more than ever. It's better to be somewhere in America or England than to be in that area now. And the situation may continue, the fight may continue for a long time. So how can you explain to me how that fight can put an end to the violence, or you can win such a war? You can't. You cannot win such a war because people are asking for a permanent peaceful solution, which is the two-state solution. Anyone who is opposing that option is not helping those two people to live together. And we all know that Israel lives on tourism. And if the war continues, its economy may collapse. For example, on the eve of this New Year and Christmas and New Year, you don't have tourists going there because people are fighting. No tourist can go in such an area where people are fighting. So who is losing? Please stop that genocide now. So many people are dying under the watch of the international community. What is the purpose? What's the role of the United Nations? If the United Nations cannot solve such a problem, please let them close down their office. Let them close their office. We're getting tired to have to turn on our radio, our TV, seeing people dying less than animals. Let peace come to that area right now. And we need to stop that genocide.